again, it's on.
Well, well, well. It's another week. It's another topic. It's opinionation. Welcome back. Your man TTT is here. He's moving along. He's continuing his motion as you're supposed to do. You know, life is constant change, constant motion. That's TTT. Your man Kenny Mickens. Kenny, what's Kenny's concept?
Selective conformity.
Kenny, selective conformity. Mickens, I wish he hadn't told me because I like to remember my own. But yes, Kenny Mickens is in the building also. And last but not least, last but not least, your pious man, your local righteousness, Ty Birch. Local righteousness, Ty Birch. All right, so fellas, check this out. Today, I wanted to have a conversation about the 7 laws of the universe. What? Dude, what are you talking about? That's not Islamic. What do you mean? That is not talking about 7 laws of what? The 7 laws of the universe. Yeah, I can't see my screen. Let me pull up this definition really quick. Okay. So can we see the screen or nah?
No, yes.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. So here we have the question, what are the 7 laws of the universe? Well, I mean, if you've never heard of this before, you might be like, well, is that the 10 Commandments? What you mean? 7 laws of the universe? No, it's not the 10 Commandments, which, some scholars will tell you there's really 600 plus commandments, but that's a whole other thing. The 7 laws of the universe come from what's known as the Kybalion or Hermes Trismegistus. Yeah. This is the person that authored, the 7 laws of the universe. And they go as such. Number 1, the law of perpetual transmutation. Let's go through them and then we'll get into what the heck is that? So first, the law of perpetual transmutation. Number 2, the law of relativity. What you mean? Einstein? No, Einstein ain't had nothing to do with it. The law of relativity was around way before Einstein was even Stein or Ein. Number 3, the law of vibration. What? Vibration? What you mean by well, I mean, I'm not talking about what the Scissor Sisters do with the utensils. I'm not talking about that. We'll get into it though. The law of polarity, frequently referred to as the law of opposites. Oh, okay. That would suggest a lot of crazy things. If the law of polarity is real, that means that maybe straight people and gay people are natural people. Oh, no, don't do that. Wait a minute. Don't do that. You go too far. You go too far. Don't do that. You go too far.
Yes.
The law of polarity. You see, he wants it. He likes it. Like, oh, yeah, it's right there. See? You see? We're going to get into it. Give it a second. The law of rhythm. Let me explain something to everybody. When you got rhythm, let me explain something to everybody. When you have rhythm on planet Earth, we'll get into it.
And it flows.
The law of cause and effect. Oh my God, Kenny.
Yes.
Kenny, you there, Kenny?
Yes, indeed.
Listen, law of cause and effect, real quick before we get all into them. You can get golfed if you create the wrong cause. The effect can be a golfing.
It does begin.
Okay, yeah. So we know that we know that law is real. Cause and effect. Go ahead, talk that crap and catch this golf. Yeah. Okay. So last one, the law number 7, the law, and this is the crazy one, Hassan. The law of gender. The
Yeah.
law of gender. Wait a minute. What you mean the law
That's
of
number
gender?
7.
Oh.
Everything has a gender. Yeah.
Oh,
Which
boy.
means-
Would tell you, some people would try to tell you that there is no gender, or gender is fluid.
See?
So can
well,
they call that a
apparently
law?
those people don't watch. They don't know about the 7 laws of nature or the 7 universal laws within the state.
They might not. I don't know. I don't know why, but you know.
Yeah, I
You haven't
certainly
heard.
don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, did the screen change? Did you guys see the screen change or no?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's check it out. The law
Check
of
it out.
perpetual transmutation. Now let's listen and then we'll break down each one of these. This is the first one. The law of perpetual transmutation. Everything happens by law. There's no luck or accidents. It's all cause and effect. It's all based on the 7 laws of the universe. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy states that energy is forever moving into form, through form, and back into form. All right? Let's go a little deeper. How to use the law of perpetual transmutation. It says you have to hold the idea in your mind, internalize and emotionalize it. When you do
that's the
that,
law.
you are
This
allowing
is
energy
the
to
law of
flow into your
mentalism.
consciousness. Now, let me finish the
Right.
definition, Hassan.
Okay.
Let me just
My
put
bad.
everybody up on it so then we can argue about what it is. All right.
Okay.
Once again, how to use the law of perpetual transmutation is you have to hold the idea in your mind, internalize it, emotionalize it. When you do that, you're allowing energy to flow into your consciousness. It flows to and through you. It flows to and through you. You use the energy to build and hold the pictures of what you want. The more you do this, the easier it becomes to do. Once internalized, the image must move into form. Sometimes it seems illogical to follow the idea that's okay. Logic leads to you where you've been. Wow. Logic leads to you where you've been. That's how you've developed it. So if you're to get somewhere new, don't purely rely on logic, rely on the law and understanding the law. Wow, okay. That's a lot. I need Kenny Mickens. Mickens. What the hell is that?
First I'm gonna go silly on. This just sounds like Jediism to me.
Oh.
So you're gonna allow the force to flow through you,
hey,
and use that energy.
Hey.
All right, I'm gonna come back to that.
That's
all right. So
go ahead.
Really, what it's saying is, when you conceptualize something,
yeah,
you put in, like you said, cause and effect. When you put your energy towards something, then you can make certain things happen. It really, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it really is.
It is as simple as that. It goes on. Listen, it goes on to read from the Bible. It says, Solomon says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." That they put that in there. So it covers the bases that like ain't nobody getting away. Your religion says it. The 7 principles of the universe say it. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Basically, is what it's saying.
Yeah, you move towards. Go ahead, Hassan.
So we're talking about this. This is talking about the law of mentalism, basically.
Mentalism.
You are the law of mentalism. All is mine.
All is mine.
All is mine.
We need to take a moment for that. All is mine. What do you mean all is mine? Break that down.
All is mine. Whatever you think is what's going to happen. The universe will give you what you think. The law of mentalism.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Mr. Wizard. Hocus Pocus. Hold on, Hogwarts. Hold on, Harry Potter. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going too fast. It's too fast. You do not have advanced thinkers on planet Earth. You talking crazy. You talking some Harry Potter stuff. You mean the all is mine. First of all, what is the all?
The all is
the all is the burp. Universe. Is the all a burp?
The all is God. The all.
Oh my goodness.
The all is
what
mine.
Book are y'all reading? What are you talking about? 7 laws of the universe. That ain't in the Bible. What do you mean the all is
It's
mind?
not.
Okay, so keep going. Transmutation is mentalism, you saying, and you saying we
The
can
law
make
of
stuff
mentalism.
happen with our mind, Harry Potter?
Law of mentalism. Everything is based on the mind. You can see it. So we live in a holodeck, which is this Earth, this um dome like we live in. It's a holodeck. It's all energy. So that's why they don't want a lot of melanated people together to think in the same frequency, because you can change stuff with the power of thought. All
Oh,
the Caucasians think in abundance. It's all about the power of thought. The niggas, the word black means lack. So based on the word lack, it's all the power of our thought. Is we
no.
lack shit. And so we think that, and so that's what happens. We already know, like, oh, the system has got us. The power of thought. We are already capitulated, or
Ooh.
selected conformity, or whatever you want. We've already capitulated because it's the power of our thought. White
Ooh.
Caucasians live in the power of abundance, and so
In
based
other
on
words,
that,
that's the spell they've been put under. That they're supposed to
yes,
have everything, and the spell that
yes,
quote unquote black or lack people have been put under and seem to love is that they have nothing, they can't be anything, and that they're ignorant.
the power of thought, the law of mentalism. Everybody would agree to that, but this is what's going on. It's the power of thought, and it's really what happens. It's really the thing that's been usurped, our energy taken away, because this is our information. The information comes from Hermes Trismegistus, who is in Leo of the Anunnaki. That's all
Oh,
that is.
is
That's
that
all.
is he a man of color?
He is a Atlantean.
Oh,
The seven hermetic principles. That's the real word is the seven hermetic principles. That's not the universal laws. It's the seven hermetic principles. Actually,
oh,
the
okay.
real word.
All right. Well, look,
Regardless of that, it's still the
let's catch
same.
the next one. Let's dig into the next one because
Okay.
we got six more to go. Let's talk about the law of relativity. You know, they said some dude named Einstein talked about relativity. Quite frankly, that concept is universal. That dude didn't discover anything. How you discover electricity, Ben Franklin? When it's in your body. Stop playing with thinkers. The whole planet's been put under a dumb spell. How do you discover electricity, Benjamin Franklin, when electricity is what powers the sun? What are you talking about? Were there not any thunder clouds or thunderstorms before 1900? What are we talking about? He discovered electricity, bruh. Yeah, yeah, and I
Sounds like
discovered air. I discovered air just now. Check this out. What is the law of relativity? Sometimes we think we're having a bad day. Compared to what? There's an old poem about the man with no shoes and one who
it.
had no feet. This is the law of
Damn.
relativity. So check it out. How to use the law of relativity. Sometimes things happen to you mentally, physically, financially, in big ways that seem negative on the outset. But there's something good about it. You have to find that angle. You have to find you have to find it relative to something else that could happen. Someone could be looking to leave their job or start business, but are in fear. Invoking the law of relativity, they could ask themselves, would I ever end up on the street? The answer could be no. My brother or friend will let me stay with them. Another could be, is there a remote chance that I would starve to death because I couldn't get anything to eat? The answer most likely would be no. So they're saying that things are relative. Everything is relative. It's about how you look at it. Kenny, is it about how you look at it?
It really is. I give you a story relating to me when I first bought a property and I wanted to do rooms.
Yeah.
And two very good friends of mine was like, why would you do that? What if this happened? What if that happened? What if they did this? And I had to tell them, if you scared, get a dog.
Ah,
I said because in the end, it's my place, and if they don't do right, then they out of there. So
yeah.
you can't let fear
You can't let the fear of life stop you from living life.
Cannot. You know, there's gonna be, you're gonna have an idea of doing something and things gonna happen. That doesn't make it the end of the world. You sometimes just have to regroup and soldier on. So yeah, it's definitely what you think a lot of times, or what you
How you look at it. How you look at it.
How you look at it. It really is of having a mindset in a certain way.
So Ty, I'm sorry, not Ty. I'm sorry, I'm coming to you, Ty, but Hassan, under the theory of relativity, I'm talking about the ancient one. I ain't fat. What you mean?
Mm-hmm.
What? Fat compared to who? Lizzo? I'm not fat. What you mean?
Okay. Oh, that's what you're doing.
Oh, what you mean? The law of relativity. I'm using seven principles of the universe, homie. Don't come at me about being fat, Mr. In Shape. I'm not Lizzo. Oh, now you go off screen. Now you disappear because I'm using the 7 laws of the universe on you. Okay. I see how you operating. Let's move on. Ty, you there?
Yes, sir.
Talking about the 7 principles of the universe. These are not, these are not in the Quran or the Torah or the Bible. These are in something called the Kybalion. Hassan said we should talk about it, so here we are. All right, here we are. Let's go to the next law of the universe of the 7.
Wait, can I talk on the last one?
Oh, sure, for sure. Get it. That was the law of relativity.
Right. So it's funny because I was just teaching on that tonight.
Uh-oh.
So in the book of Job, right, in the Bible, chapter 2, book of Job, chapter 2, Job's wife said, "Why don't you curse God and die?" This is after he was afflicted by the devil. The devil said, "I can't touch his son because you got this head of protection around him."
Oh.
So the guy said, "Well, you can touch him, but you better not kill him." Right? His wife said, "Oh, you still hold on to your integrity?" Because they said he was an integrous man. He was a man of integrity. His wife said, "You still hold on to your integrity, even though you got sick, you've never been sick, even though you got all these boils on you."
Oh.
Job started cutting himself so bad, he was cutting the boils off his skin. They said the boil, he was afflicted from head to toe, the Bible say, right? His wife said, "Are you still holding on to your integrity? Why don't you curse God and die?"
Oh.
He said, "Well, wait a second. You talking like a foolish woman. We gotta take the good days. Why can't we take the bad days too?"
And there it is.
So the law of
Go
relativity.
ahead.
How am I supposed? You just said the sign like am I fat compared to Lizzo?
Oh.
Who says I'm fat?
Am I?
Fat to whose standards?
You
As
see?
Allen Iverson broke the whose standards?
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Hassan? I was trying to ask you the question, Hassan, but Ty gave me the answer, bro. I don't need your extraterrestrial answers. You see? Ty gave me an earthly answer. He gave me a spiritual earthly answer. I asked Ty, I said, hey, in the law of relativity, I really was asking you, but you bowed out. I said, Hassan, I'm not fat, Hassan, because I'm not fat like Lizzo. Relativity.
I heard that.
Oh, well, okay then. Oh, that's why you was quiet, I guess. That's right, Mr. Fit, Mr. Fit.
I heard you. The law of correspondence, as above, so below.
Oh, we ain't got there yet. We're coming. Let's go to good stuff though, Ty. Thank you for that. Thank you for saving the day.
Relativity is the law of correspondence. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The law of correspondence, the law of relativity.
Well, I don't correspond with Lizzo because I'm thinner than her. So now you see.
But
I don't know, dog. You sound like you keep thinking of Lizzo.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
Eat her, huh?
No, that's a couple shows ago. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yo, let's hit this law of what? Vibration. Oh, now wait a minute. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the little dildo thing? What do you mean the law of vibration? What you mean? What is vibrating? Listen, what is the law of vibration? The law of vibration states that nothing rests, everything moves. Oh, hallelujah. Hold up. Let's stop the show. Hold on. What you mean? When I'm asleep, I'm moving. When I'm dead, I'm moving. What you talking about? The law of vibration states that nothing rests. Everything moves. That would suggest, Hassan, you can't die. What do you mean die? What is that? Wait a minute. Let's say it again. Hassan, the law of vibration states that nothing rests. Everything moves. I thought when you died, you at rest.
Oh, you don't die.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I say that? Did you say that? If we
That
look at
definitely means that.
check this out. It states, if we look at a dead body, we say it's dead. Well, if nothing is created or destroyed, that would only postulate the theory of life. The soul may be moved on from the body, but the body itself is still moving. If you looked at it through a microscope, you would see it's still moving. It didn't. If it didn't, how would it ever change to dust? Everything moves, nothing rests.
Yes, still moving.
Gangster. Even your dead body is moving because, like it just said, if it wasn't moving, how would it ever change to dust? Woo! Gangster. Ty, give me some thoughts on the law of vibration. And keep it clean, Pastor.
You have to give a more expanded definition, though, Dom.
Well, okay, it says how the law of vibration works. Do you know we're vibrating all the time? Our brains are like an electric switching station. Most people think our brain as their mind. The brain isn't your mind any more than fingernail is. The brain is the part of the body. Mind is the movement, and the body is the manifestation of movement. Wow. When you think of an active brain cells, when activated, those brain cells put your body into a certain vibration. The vibration will dictate how you move, but also what you attract. Your vibration is like a magnetic field, attracting what it's turned into. That is a part of how the law of attraction works. Gangster.
Cut that goddamn TV on.
How are you vibrating, Ty? Are you vibrating negatively? Are you vibrating positively? What are you attracting with your vibration, Ty?
That's a very good question because I think about the movie Avatar, right? And how they were saying we're all connected. The planet is connected to everybody, and they're connected to the planet. The planet can, they can feel. The trees can feel. I kind of feel the same way. Like we're all connected somehow. So that vibration is the wave energy giving off. Somebody, you might have a sexual attraction to somebody because that's the kind of vibe that they're giving off. Or you might have like a negative vibe coming off because like when Sign came on, he said, "Yo, I'm having a bad day." Or law of relativity says, "Are you having a bad day or are you having a good day?" Depending on how you
better preach, pass up. You better preach, pass up.
So the vibe that you're giving off, like, all right, well, maybe I might want to stay away from Sign, give him his space, or if somebody having a bad day, somebody
keep that negative stuff away from us, brother.
the Hassans of the world, the people that's having a bad day,
the Hassans of the world.
I'll hats off to Onyx. If I'm having a bad day, get out of my way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Hassans of the world. Yeah, Kenny Mickens. Before we go to the negative people, Hassan. Okay, if he did bring that in, he brought that. Okay, bringing that negative vibration to a positive podcast.
I mean, to put it in like today's term, when you talk about vibrations, you're talking about like check your circle. So your circle of the people that you deal with.
What you a deacon, Kenny? You better go ahead.
Listen, all I'm telling you is when you like they say, if you got 4 broke people that you hang out with, you'll be the 5th. You're the like you said, the vibrations when you talk about the energy that y'all putting forth. What energy are y'all putting forth? Are you constantly, hey, listen, let's go out and rob and plunder, or let's go out and create and build. Let's go out and plant trees and revive the earth. So it's all about
what gang you with, what gang you down, what vibration gang are you down with?
What vibration gang are you down with?
That was a great analogy. You actually make me think of another analogy that I used to think about when it comes down to this particular topic. So I'm a musician. I play almost every instrument known to mankind, and check it out, man. When you strike a note on any instrument, it's a vibration. You can hear it. It resonates. Now check this out. When you strike another note with that first note, You can either have harmony, Kenny, Ty, or you can have dissonance, meaning you can have a beautiful resonance with those two notes, or you can have something that clashes that feels like and sounds like a horror film or scratching on a chalkboard. You understand me?
Without a
Listen,
doubt.
natural. This is in the natural world. Vibrations, either it feels right or it feels wrong from the gate. Try it. Hit a note on a piano and just hit another random note. That other random note will either fit in correctly or be like, nah, hold up. They don't belong together.
Well, if you look at it like
Like one
kind
of these
of,
things doing their own thing.
Ah, there it
it
is.
really is. When we grew up, what we talk about all the time, it was a lot of us, and a lot of us was on different vibes. Some of us
Yeah.
was about the music, some of us was about the sports.
Yeah.
So it's what you choose to flow with and vibe with that day. So
Yeah.
you might not have been down with the cats that's saying, let's go get blazed
Right.
and do whatever, or let's go sit back and so it's kind of again what circle you choose to be in.
Yes.
You might choose to
Collective
sit back,
vibrations.
you might choose to sit back and talk with some brothers or sisters about, hey, how can I become a mogul in a Fortune 500 company,
Yeah.
or critique
Yeah.
that path to be a mogul. So it is about the people you choose to
Yes,
surround
sir.
yourself with in
All
the
day
vibration.
long, because those people are basically like chords or notes on a piano. And when you put them together, you're going to get a great harmony and a great symphony, or you're going to get trash music. Now, you see that? It's real. We are notes on the universal piano. Bong, bong, bong. We're building today. All of us, Kenny, I, Ty, Hassan, the whole Opinion Nation crew, we're all different notes on the universal piano. Now, here's the thing. I feel like most of the time, the Opinion Nation crew, we harmonize, we have different opinions. It gets dissonant every now and then. I think that Hassan strikes the dissonant note more than anybody. I think he just hits it. I think he hits it just because he don't care. He's just going to hit that note that ain't got nothing to do with the rest of the harmony. Okay, let's keep it going. The law of polarity. Now, let me tell you, this is one of my favorite ones. The law of polarity. Well, what's polarity? What are you talking about? Is that a polar bear? Has that got something to do with the North Pole? Nah. The law of polarity is the law of opposites. Whoa, let's get this. The law of polarity states that everything is equal and opposite. Let me say that again. The law of polarity states that everything is equal and opposite. If you're inside a room, you've got to know that there can't be inside to the room if there's no outside. Whoa. You can't have up without down. Whoa. Hot without cold. If something is 20 feet from a wall A to wall B, then it has to be 20 feet from wall B to wall A. Everything is equal and opposite. There's two sides to everything. Wow. Well, at the very least, I'd like to add how to learn from challenges. The challenge is how to grow. You want to ask, what's good about this? As you master it, you'll take a big jump. If the problem is small and you work your way through it, there's only little opportunity on the other side. If the problem is big and you work your way through it, there's a big opportunity. If the problem is enormous, there's an enormous opportunity. This is the law of polarity, the law of opposites. Hassan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm having phone problems because my phone is overheating and it's fucking going off.
Now,
It's
that's the
overheating.
law of polarity. If you had a better phone, it'd be less chance of you having fuckery. You see, you're not living by the 7 laws of the universe, homie. You need to get them back on your square.
Opposite
I
AC
am.
up on that piece.
See?
You know what? That's a good idea.
It's the law of the universe. One of the 7 laws is get your polarity right. You're using a fuckery phone trying to look for mastery performance. Get yourself a mastery phone and you'll get mastery performance. We just read it, brother. What's wrong with you?
I'm
I
just
thought you
listening.
knew all this.
That's the law of polarity. There's push and pull.
Push and pull.
For
So
every
you up
action,
on
there's
your
a
lesson.
reaction. So if you talk shit to me, I may talk shit back. You may not. It's the law. It's somebody, whatever.
So you're saying
Something
if I
can
talk
happen.
big shit, I should expect big shit to be talked back.
Yes, the law of polarity.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes
That's
it
crazy.
can happen. A lot of times it happens. Sometimes it don't. Just whatever people want to match you with and stuff.
So matching energy, as the kids say, that's the law of polarity.
Yes.
Kenny. Does that make any sense to you, Ken? We're going through these, Kenny. Now listen, you are the ground and Hassan is the sky.
Sometimes when you talk the streets, things change. Sometimes selling them wolf tickets might not get wolf tickets brought back, but you might catch them hands. So
that's the law of polarity.
That's it. No, that's it though.
You
talk that big stuff with your mouth.
Equal and opposite reaction. Some dudes' reaction might be different, but there are opposites to things. They're definitely like you said, a push and a pull. When you go through life, there's going to be, like you said, you can't enjoy the great days without a few days in there that wasn't so great. When it's all rainy and you thinking, oh man, everything is ruined, but then the sun come out, you can appreciate that.
So check this out, and to your point, Kenny. Wait, hold that thought, Hassan, because but hold it. Don't forget it, Kenny. To your point, we were talking a couple of weeks ago about homosexuality versus heterosexuality, homophobic versus heterophobic. The thing is, you can't even I hate to say it, but if we're straight, there has to be a gay. Oh my God. That's what the law of polarity says. I'm a straight man, Kenny, and that's just what it is. The law of polarity says there has to be an opposite to me. There has to be a gay. Oh my goodness. That brings up, that's a can of worms. Because Kenny, I know the Bible says that it's unnatural. It shouldn't happen. I get it. But that's where the conversation starts. The law of polarity says I'm straight. There has to be a gay. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
And see, look at Hassan. Yep. You see that? Too eager. Just eager beaver.
We are living all these laws. Huh? What'd you say?
I'm not gonna let him keep questioning your laws, man.
Hey, don't do that. I didn't question anything.
This is not my laws. These is universal laws that we have been living by since we've been born, and we did not know this information. But we've got taught other information, but we didn't get taught the things that we need to know to understand how to win at universal love of life. If you knew all this stuff, you'll know exactly what's going to happen.
I definitely think people have. I definitely think or know there was that push to keep us in the dark and ignorant of knowledge.
Of knowledge, period.
Yeah. So there definitely was that, but I don't think I think you a little overgeneralizing it when you say we don't know. I think it has always been, like you said, that opposite. There's always been, even though they were pushing against us, there's always been that fight against that. There's
so did we know this information? Did we know this information of this occult knowledge? Did we know this?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. So
I mean, in different, you might not put it in those exact terms, but like he read earlier when you talk of the Bible saying, as the man thinketh, so
is he.
And when I was young, I thought as a child. So there are definitely things that we might not put it in those exact words, but if you've been living your life, you definitely.
Hey, Hassan, to his point,
every day come across this.
To Kenny's point, Hassan, listen, I'm not a Christian, but I've read the Bible a couple times. To be honest with you, Hassan, I would now I'm not going to be able to recall chapter and verse, but when I recall what I've read in the Bible, I would damn near say that the 7 laws of the universe are in the Bible. They're just not outlined the way, like Kenny just said, like that thing about so is a man thinketh, so is he. That
Right.
is vibration. That's law of attraction.
That's a law of mentalism.
Yes, it's in there. They're just not breaking it down and telling you that you don't need a Jesus or Muhammad to do it. They're saying you got to go through this process to get to it, but really it's there for you, like right here in the air. It's like right here.
One is because one is science and one is faith.
Oh.
Let's play it simple. One is science and one is faith. The vibration of the science. The science. I'm about to tell you. The science of vibration says if you think about it or whatever energy is, you can move the mountain. Jesus says if we had the faith to move the mountain, and the mountain to move.
So they're saying the same thing.
They're saying the same thing.
Oh.
That's why I say
that's not faith though. That's not faith though, to be honest.
How's it not faith? How can you not tell me that I don't have the faith to move a mountain? If I believe I can move a mountain, I can move a mountain.
But faith
so
is something that's not
seen.
Faith is something that's has a
seen.
Positive and a negative.
Faith is something that's not seen.
Wait. What's the negative, Hassan? What's the negative of faith? What are you talking about?
Because it's fear, and with faith, there's a doubt. Because somebody tells us what to believe for faith, so that means somebody else is telling us. This laws of nature is something that's actually real.
Oh, wait a minute, Ty. We got a good one going on, Ty. Go ahead. What you say?
This is actually real. This is not no scientific law. It's actually the law of nature that you can actually see it unfold every single day.
Ty, I need that rebuttal. What are you saying?
The difference is Jesus. Somebody's telling you, like you just said, to tell you to believe that you can move the mountain. Somebody wrote this law and told you that this is the law that exists around us. There's really no difference.
Listen, wait a minute, Hassan. In the name of Kenny Mickens, in the name of Kenny Mickens, Ty is saying it's selective.
Well, what I would say to that, Dom. First of all, you like Ty said, your faith is something that, and everybody's mountain is different. So when he say move that mountain, that could be, I'm going to start this website where people can put their movies on.
Sure, man.
Exactly right,
man.
So I'm going to start this juice company.
Hallelujah.
Where people going to buy my juice company.
I'm going to start speaking in tongues up in the Alhamdulillah.
How you going to sell juice? People got juices everywhere. Hey, listen, watch. The juice I make going to make people want to come get it.
Come on, Pastor.
Your mountain might be different than someone else's mountain.
Hey, you see, he's doing a sermon on mountains. You better.
I don't want to keep breaking it down to him like that. But
killing this guy. Hey, killing you today, Hassan.
It's not, but it really is.
Definitely not.
He said, no, they're not.
we gotta make really Kenny's profile picture an emoji.
No, I'm gonna take Kenny's profile picture and put it in one of them apps where you can move and they be dancing and talking and doing stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get Kenny. Don't worry. Kenny think he's slick. You know what I mean?
Once I dye some of the gray out and cut my hair.
Listen, Kenny, we love you, man. We need your commentary, and we love your iconic picture. But it's okay. I'm a technical whiz. I'm gonna do something with that picture.
I'm telling you, once that lady moved my little shelf thing, I can't find it, and I've been kind of laying back, and I ain't want to.
It's all good, brother. I ain't tripping. Yeah, it's becoming iconic. Actually, your thumbnail is becoming iconic. You understand me? Okay. Listen, let's keep it moving. Let's go to the next one. The law of rhythm. Rhythm Nation. We are a part of the. Hey, check it out. What is the law of rhythm? Did you know that everything flows up and down, in and out, just like the tides of the ocean? This is the law of rhythm. Have you ever sat down and added up numbers? One day you're sharp as a tack. On another day, you get a different answer every time you add it up. You just don't feel the same flow. Have you noticed some days you feel so great and other days you're not so good? Some days you have an extraordinary energy and others you feel drained. Everything is subject to law of rhythm. The natural swing and rhythm. When things don't feel like they're going the right way, understand that they are starting to. It's just a natural rhythm. Know that we have the ability to choose our attitude. We can choose to feel good even when we are low on swing, because we are in control of how we feel. You don't have to let the law of rhythm beat us up every time we're on a low swing. Okay, lastly, how the law of rhythm works. Sometimes we're on an upswing and sometimes we're on a low swing. This is biorhythm. There are airlines that do a biorhythm on people, and they do not let their pilots fly when they're on a critical low. That's when intellectually, emotionally, physically, you're on a critical low. That's days you just feel like giving up. Understand that days you can get excited. It depends on your awareness. That's whether or not you realize and choose to change your swing. The law of rhythm. Who got it? Who got rhythm?
I feel like there's all four of the last laws wrapped up into this one.
Oh.
I feel like all the same ones. What's the difference between rhythm and vibration?
Oh.
I don't.
Vibration is different. Vibration is very different than rhythm, actually, because vibration
has to
read
do all the last four definitions.
I understand, but you guys really didn't go over vibration really well because I wasn't here to talk about it. But
because you wasn't there to talk about it,
right.
Because you didn't tell me that what the scientific definition was.
Come on,
we got it wrong.
Oh, come on.
How is that different from somebody telling me what you said?
Everything has a vibe when it comes to
wait,
frequency.
wait, Hassan, you getting drowned out today. Can you say that again?
I don't understand what you guys are talking about, because everything has to do with frequency.
Okay, hold on, Kenny.
So your chakras
let them
every
ask you
part
the
of your
question.
body has a different vibration and frequency. Every organ has a different frequency. When you're trying to resonate to a lower fear chakra, then you got your higher chakra, which is calling your knowledge itself, or knowledge, your crown chakra. That's a higher frequency.
So it wasn't the pasta that I ate the other night that made me feel sluggish. It was my frequency, because of how I was feeling.
Well, the pasta has a frequency.
No,
the pasta does have a frequency.
The pasta has a frequency.
I mean, no, that's real. Like the pasta. So you know,
developing the itis had to do with that.
Oh, the itis. Oh, yeah. Is the itis in the Bible? Okay,
well, that's what's in Turkey too. It's called triplicity.
Like I said,
you pronounce that stuff.
We all do go through highs and lows in a day. Some days you wake up and you do feel really great, and you just feel like today is a breakthrough. I'm going to
get anything done.
And then some days you wake up and you're like, man, I'm not moving out of bed.
That happens to me.
It really is, your rhythm. Your rhythm do ebb and flow. Some days you have a high, and sometimes you have lows.
Okay, this is true.
Oh,
but
man.
What about the first law of nature with the law of mentalism? What about the first law of nature that says you have the power of thought of anything of your choice? Then why would you be sluggish if your mind says, I'm never gonna be sluggish. I'm not gonna have these ebbs and flows. I have the power of thought. So
wait, Hassan, wait. You are questioning the Kybalion. You're questioning the 7 laws of the universe.
See, so you give
you really are not questioning Ty or Hassan. You're questioning the laws of the universe.
No.
Listen,
I am questioning the laws of the universe, because they're not talking about the Kybalion. They talk about the universal laws of the universe, which is they word it really different and stuff.
Well, here's what I would say to that, Hassan.
Hold on. If words are spells, each word means something different. The words that they break it down for us in the 7 laws of the universe instead of the Hermetic principles, it could be different spells that was going on at this point. Right? Damn. Homie.
Well, here's what I would say to that. The thing about like your vibrations and your rhythm, your energy, I guess these laws of nature know no matter how positive a person you are, there are going to be times when you're just at a low. That doesn't mean you're done. It just means I'm not as full of that vibration, that energy, that peak right now. You cannot be at a peak all the time. That's why it tells you there's opposites. You're going to be.
You know what? To Kenny's point. To Kenny's point. Even Venice Beach gets rain every now and then. That's what.
But who says that's a bad thing?
No, listen, that's the whole point. The point is, it's usually sunny at Venice Beach, almost every day, But even Venice Beach gets some rain every now and then. That's the point. It's like you can still be what you're supposed to be, but the universe is still going to bring you some other stuff just so that you know up from down. It's told us that.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing that he's talking about at this point right there.
Uh-oh.
I get that.
No,
What you're saying. That's not the same thing. Because if you ate fruit every day, your body wouldn't be sluggish. Your mind wouldn't be like that because your mind's in clear thought.
So would your body ever want a vegetable if you just always ate
all fruit? The fruit you want, but let's say you walk out the door and you done ran over a nail in your tire. You ain't gonna be like, oh, that feels great. I done ran over it. You're gonna be like, damn, now I gotta change this tire. So it's gonna change
exactly. You're gonna say, damn, I gotta change this tire, but it's still not gonna mess up your flow because you are power of thought. You are positive. It still ain't gonna do none of that shit. If you are a God, then you ain't gonna think on that lower levels and stuff. I'm just saying what we still have the power to everything control.
You have that opposite in you. That opposite is gonna happen. You can't always be.
Says who?
It's just like it talks of the ocean. That wave comes in, that wave crashes. It doesn't just keep flowing and going higher. It does come down. So you know, it's not. You got to stay there. It just means you're not going to always be feeling at the peak of your wave of your wave.
Okay, I get it.
So in other words, what this is saying too is, you look at that wave crashing as not the end of the world. You look at it like, oh, that wave just went back into its cycle. Like you saw the wave crash on the ocean. So you don't look at it like, oh my God, the wave is dead. No, you look at it like, no, it's folded back into itself. It's still alive. It's about, and this law is talking about how you look at things, you know. Know that we have the ability to choose our attitude, to choose how we look at something. Yeah. All right.
Definitely.
That was spirited. Let's go to the next. We got a couple more. The law of cause and effect. Now, listen, ain't nobody got to explain this one to me. I grew up on a block where, if you did a certain thing, there was going to be a certain effect. Let me explain something to you. There was a dude named Elmer Greer. You can go up to Elmer and smack him on the back of the head if you want. There's a golfing coming. I promise you. There's a level of golfing. There's a level of retribution that's going to happen if you smack Elmer Greer on the back of the head in 1983. You're going to be running around Kamak Street for an hour trying to get away from Elmer Greer. Oh, yeah, you are. There's a cause and effect. Can you tell me if I'm lying?
Oh, without a doubt, there's always a cause and effect. If you one of the things we joke about is my pop I'm sitting on the steps and he tells me, or no, I was playing in a truck. I don't know whose pickup truck it was. And Pop said, get out of that truck. Don't play in that truck. And then I chose to do it anyway.
Sure.
I thought he left and he came back. So when I didn't listen,
there's an effect.
There's effect on that. You're going to catch some of that. So
there's a proper effect for that. Listen, let's read the definition. Let's read the definition and we'll get back into it. How the laws of cause and effect works. Everything you see around you is an effect. All of your behavior and results in your life are an effect. This is the law of cause and effect. What we need to understand is what's causing the effect. This is how we can grow exponentially in our own personal development. Did you realize that the effect can become the new cause, which creates a new effect? Meaning that, this is all related. It sounds weird, but just a second and think about it. But take a second and think about it. It's like dominoes. See a picture of dominoes lined up in your mind. A falling domino hits a standing domino. The effect is that the standing domino is now falling and becomes a cause and creates a new effect when it hits the next standing domino. This is a gangster analogy. This is great. Behavior causes results, but you have to understand that it's a secondary cause. What caused the effect of the behavior in the first place, Hassan? Me and Hassan deal with stuff. We deal with stuff like this all the time. Cause and effect. Hassan be trying to blame me for the effect. I be talking about, yo, it's because this, Hassan. Behavior causes results, but you have to understand that it's a secondary cause. What caused the effect of the behavior in the first place? It's the paradigm or the ideas that you have been launched in the it's the paradigm or the ideas that have been launched in the subconscious mind, that part of you that causes everything to happen in your life and uses your body as an instrument. So in other words, the subconscious mind is the cause. Yeah. Did everybody catch that? I mean,
without a doubt.
The subconscious mind is the cause. Whoa.
Well, it's like someone who comes out and like they already think I'm going to be late for work. I'm going to catch a flat on my way. The place where I get my donut shop going to be out of donuts. It's when you constantly think a negative thought, I think the effects around you become nothing but negative. So I think it's telling you how you think and how you put things into place will definitely have an effect on things. If you constantly take a negative attitude or a negative thought towards things, that negativity will start to attract towards you. But if you have to think, okay, I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to be able to get this done today. I'm going to be able to move forward.
Yes.
And things happen in the right direction.
Hey, hold up, man. Hold up. Hassan. Kenny is sounding more like a person with knowledge of self than wait a minute. Kenny, how is Kenny explaining to us the 7 laws of the universe and sounding like he done wrote them?
Well, he's just not. Yes, he just never. Yes, he's doing a good job.
He's doing what's crazy is he's doing a really good job on something that if you say, Kenny, do you have knowledge of self? He'd probably be like, nah, I don't. That's not what I do. But he's explaining knowledge of self to the team.
Well, again,
but isn't he talking about the law of mentalism right now though?
I mean, listen. Every recite Kenny has had on this particular show, it's almost like he's been the professor of knowledge of self. Like he already knows what it is. I'm listening to this guy like, wait a minute.
It really is the same. Again, we use different words. We do. Call laws and principles,
but it's not the same thing. To be honest.
That's not true.
Say that again.
No, first of all, you're talking about the first law of nature. When you talk about your mind and stuff, you still talk. When you talk anything that has to do with the mind, has to do with the first law of nature. It has nothing to do with the law of correspondence. The law of cause and effect will be you slap somebody, they slap you back. That's the law of cause and effect right there.
Well, indeed,
that's
but listen,
the law of cause and effect.
All is mind. That means the subconscious. You was already on some fuckery. Like you was going to get slapped back when you first thought about it. Like the all is mind. You was already thinking to do something negative, and that cause and effect was already set in place because you about to do some fuckery and you about to get slapped.
Okay, I can go with that too. That's cool. Yep.
But I'm just saying, Kenny almost sounds like a professor.
It could be in a whole nother direction. It could be you just walking along, and you said, "How you doing, good brother?" And that could be that thing that changes that brother's mind that day. It's funny how when you talk cause and effect,
the cause and effect, right? Oh yes, okay.
So wait. Can I offer this testimony? Let me just offer this little anecdotal testimony. I get your point, Kenny. You're right, and the opposite of that is true too. I was living in Old City in the 2000s. I just moved back to Philadelphia from Los Angeles. I would go running down Penn's Landing every morning, and this morning I came out my door. There was a European man walking down the street, and so he walked by me. As he walked by, I said to him, "Hello." He said, "I don't have to speak to you." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Well, then, fuck you, nigga." We began to fight. This is the last fight I've ever had in life. I was about 32, 33 years old in the streets of Philadelphia. I'm fighting this white man. Huh?
You start scrapping.
We started scrapping because I said hello, and he was like, "I ain't got to speak to you," and I just felt like that was rude. And I'm like, "Well, fuck you then." And he started kicking me on some jiu-jitsu shit. And so here we go. We scrapping.
Of cause and effect, and
Cause
then you the
and
law put.
effect. I listen. I had my cause was genuinely positive. Like I wanted to say hello to a fellow human being. Nigga, opening your mouth can create an effect that was not intended. Let me say it again. Opening your mouth can create an effect that wasn't intended. Go ahead.
So
technically, he spoke to you. The moment he opened his mouth and said, "I don't have to speak to you," like, dude, you're already speaking to me.
Oh, but then, but the wisdom to your point, Ty, what I know now is, if someone says that to me again, I'm just done with it. I don't need to say nothing else. I said fuck you to him after he says I don't have to speak to you. He might as well put nigger on the back of it. But he said I don't have to speak to you. And I was like, well, fuck you. Now, I didn't have to say fuck you. I could have taken his negative response and just went about my running business that morning. But I felt offended. I live in Old City, motherfucker. You walking by my place. What you mean?
And
I'll
guess,
give you
listen,
another
this
cause
is
and
what you
effect.
did.
Hey, hold on, Hassan.
Right.
I remember we were standing outside. We were standing in front of my house. Very big, tall dude in a trench coat walked by. And someone said to that brother, "You look like the type of dude that'll just come out with a gun." And that dude turned around and said, "What you say to me?"
I hate getting.
And that sparked off this dude chasing us and trying to fight all night. I'm gonna let you take that story from there, Dom.
Hey man, listen, Kenny didn't see me for 20 years after that episode. What do you mean?
20 years. This boy ran down the street
What do you mean?
to a party.
Man, for 20 years. What are you talking about?
California.
What are you talking about? If I'm gonna run, I'm gonna run good. What you mean, run, nigga?
You ran down the street, or he chased the hell out of us. We all ran. You ran down the street, down Mervine, and all the way to California.
Into California. I kept running down Mervine Street.
How long ago was this?
California.
Oh,
this
man, we were
ago?
in our teens.
Listen,
and I literally didn't see the boy.
He didn't see me again until I was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah.
And here's the crazy part. Dom left that night, and this dude was on some craziness the rest of the night. Till my brother hit him over the head with a bat or something like that.
Oh, see, I didn't know that part.
That's the dude.
You didn't know that part because you left. You caused all that. And
in Utah. I was in Utah.
Was a bat to the wig calmed all that down.
Thank you, Yui. Thank you, Yusef. Yusef Mickens. Appreciate you,
no,
bro.
That was Charles. It was a crazy night.
It was a crazy night. Kenny will never let me forget it. I don't want to forget it. It's a hilarious story. It's a great story. I did run all the way to California. Next time niggas saw me, I was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith. Oh yeah, that's the story. Hassan, cause and effect, bro. What have you caused and affected? What cause have you created an effect to?
Huh?
You heard.
That's very simple.
What cause? Yeah, well, what have you done today? Wait, what effects are you creating?
Making juices.
Okay.
Making juices has gave people the effect of being healthier.
I like it. I like
having hydration in their body.
I like it. Ty, I like it. Ty, what have you caused a good effect to today? If you got to think so hard, huh?
Yeah, because I can go. I wanted to touch on this a little while ago right before you told you a couple stories, but I realized that. Let me give me and my lady for example, right? I realized that sometimes she vents at work. For a while, it felt like she was venting at me, right? Like I was the cause of it. I said, wait a minute,
yeah. You're catching the effects.
I'm catching the effects. So I just learned to encourage her rather, not the venting. But I'm like Kenny said, I'm thinking like, why can't I just redirect the venting? Like, if all you're doing is venting, everything you sound like venting. I hear nothing positive coming out. So I'm just trying to redirect it, like Kenny said, to try to do something positive. I understand that something may have bothered you, but even if you need to get it out just to say it, let's not stay on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on my cheat thing, and you over here effing it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work on my peace thing. But every time you're angry, like now you want me to go put somebody in a hurt lock. So I'm trying to trying to chill, back that up. You know what I mean? And I just
Transmutate
see
her
the fact how
energy.
you just yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hey,
And
listen,
I noticed
effects to the back. They
that
want
it's helping.
effects.
Yeah, it's helping. Like it's almost like a reverse psychology type of thing. Like,
There it
tell me
is.
about your day.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So what
yeah.
can we do to make it? You know what I
Listen,
mean?
let's get to these last ones. There's like two more left.
Yeah.
The law of gender. Uh-oh. This sounded like a couple
Uh-oh.
shows ago. Wait a minute. The law of gender. The law of gender and gestation. The law of gender decrees that you have to have male and female in everything, or you wouldn't have anything. Wait a minute. We're not doing that. Wait a minute. We're not doing universal laws that say you have to have a male and female in everything, or you wouldn't have anything. What do you mean? Okay, let's keep reading. Just like you have positive and negative via the law of polarity or even the law of rhythm, your conscious mind is the male factor and your subconscious is the female factor. The male factor impregnates the female factor with the seed of thought. And then a period of time governed by law of gender, you give birth to that idea. What? Let me say that again for the people in the back and the middle. The male factor, okay, let's just start from the top. The conscious mind is the male factor, and your subconscious is the female factor. The male factor impregnates the female factor with the seed of thought, and then a period of time governed by law of gender gives you birth to an idea. Do you see how the mind has a male factor and a female factor? Gangsterness. Does anybody understand that?
I mean, definitely. I never thought of it in terms of male and female factors and subconscious. But you definitely formulate an idea, and then how you're going to go about implementing it. So, um,
Yeah.
with me, I remember wanting to buy a house, and the idea of wanting to buy a house
Yeah.
formed, and then how you go about doing it and how you go about getting it. That gave birth to that. So, I mean,
think listen, what you just said before you guys go on, let me, Kenny, what you just said, it kind of outlines this right here. How the law of gender affects your goals. Did you know that your goals is like a seed? It starts out as a spiritual seed. We've talked about the law of perpetual transmutation, that there's always energy flowing in and through your conscious and subconscious mind. You have the ability to build an idea out of it and say that what you're going after. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up my words today. I'm sorry. You have the ability to build an idea out of it and say that's what you're going after. That's my goal. That's what I love. When you get emotionally involved with the idea, you've planted the seed in your subconscious mind, and it is subject to a gestation period. Wow. There is where most people lose hope, when something doesn't happen as fast as they would like. The thing is, we don't know what the gestation period is for these spiritual seeds. Oh my God, this is incredible. We do know it is governed by law. The best way we can guess the time it will take, if we pass the guess time, two things could happen. You either haven't given it the energy needed, or you choose the wrong date. If the time frame you choose has passed, simply extend the time frame. It doesn't matter if it was because you didn't work towards it or guess the wrong time. Give yourself an extension of time. Let me just put it to you this way. When I lived on the street with Kenny Mickens, when I grew up, my formative years, I wanted a record deal really, really bad. When I say to you it was kind of my life goal as a 16-year-old to get a major label record deal, I'm telling you, I wanted that really bad. To the point where when I was 19 years old, and I had my mom writing like little data on these little tapes that I was sending to record companies, I said to myself, I said, man, if this takes 10 years, I don't care. I'm going to get me a record deal. Now, when I tell you that was 89 and I signed my $1 million record deal in 1999, that's a fact. That's a fact that you can pull up on the internet. Jack Herrera signed a record deal December 26, 1999. And your man's was a part of that group, to 1/3 of that group. So I do know that this thing is a real thing. Like, even if you put the time limit on, okay, I want to buy this house. I want this house by then. Well, if it doesn't happen by then, like it just said, maybe you didn't put enough effort into it, or maybe you just need to extend your timeline. Because if I had given up in 1994, if I had given up trying to get a record deal in 1997, I would have never known that I was about to travel the world in 1999. I would have never done it. I would have never traveled the world. But because I never gave up, it did happen. What say you, Ty Birch?
I know where he's going.
This one actually got me stumped. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm
This one
surprised.
actually got me.
I'm surprised on that one.
Kenny,
That
what
was
you
a lot
got
to
to say
take
about
in.
it? Go ahead, I'm gonna-
Maybe my brain is shutting down, but that one, I gotta think about that one.
I'm surprised. Like Dom likes to call you the pious man.
Hey,
And it's almost like in church where people saying they laying and claiming it, or they putting their hands on it and claiming it.
oh,
It starts with an idea. It starts with a seed,
come on, Kenny.
and then they trying to manifest that into happening.
Hassan,
So-
I think we're about to have Kenny over on our side. I really do. We have to call him after the show. Go on, Kenny. I'm sorry.
No, but it's definitely. I mean, your ideas formulate, and then, like you said, you give energy out. This one is I'm reading it, and I feel like it's directed towards me, because a few years ago I did something that in my mind, within the next year or so, something else should have doubled up and happened.
Yeah.
But I haven't given it the full energy that I needed to. And I just extended the period. So I don't look at it as is done and not going to happen. I just look at it as, all right, I'm just moving. I'm going to do it, but I got to get it done. I got to give that energy to it.
I see where you're going with this, Kenny. Thanks for the alley-oop. I appreciate it.
There you go. You on. You back.
Hassan?
Yeah.
Go, sorry, Ty. No, Ty, go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead.
sir.
I thought I could go. I'm not gonna lose it. I got it.
Okay. Hassan.
You can go.
We have gone through the 7 hermetic and or universal laws. We've gone through them all. What say you about this last law, the law of gender? They say that the mind impregnates, the male mind impregnates the female subconscious mind with an idea. Then it's a gestation period, like being pregnant, and the idea is born. That's what the universal law is saying. That's wild.
No, you're right. Read me the Hermetic principle that says about that.
Okay, let me see. Hassan keeps referring to.
What's up? Want me to
read
it for you?
Hassan keeps referring to
different wording.
This particular periodical. It's called the Kybalion. Now, Hassan is basically saying that the laws that I read are the laws, but they're kind of the Americanized laws. They're kind of, the words are kind of changed around a little bit. But this is the actual Hermetic book. I'm sorry. We talk about the 7 Hermetic principles, which is on 25. Let's get to 25 real quick. The principle of mentalism, the principle of correspondence, the principle of vibration, the principle of polarity, the principle of rhythm, the principle of cause and effect, and the principle of gender. And so a couple of them were called something a little different, Hassan, but for the most part, they're the same, and they come out of this thing here. If anybody wants to pick it up, now listen, I'm not telling you that this is a Bible or a Quran or a Torah. I am telling you it's older than the Bible, the Torah, and the Quran. I am telling you that, but I'm also telling you that I didn't write it. I'm not the author. I'm also telling you I don't believe in this book. I've studied this book, and I've studied cause and effect. I've studied polarity. I know that these principles are real in my world, in the universe. So I don't believe in this book at all. This book is more like a textbook. It's a textbook for spirituality and how to be a Jedi on planet Earth. Well, yeah, I said it. If you want to be a Jedi. But this book is older than all 3 of the ancient books Oh, am I lying, Hassan? Am I lying? Hassan, you there?
No.
Yeah. This book is older
Yeah,
than
I'm here.
the Quran
You're
and
not.
the Torah. So again, I didn't write it, so I'm not standing up here like, oh yeah, I didn't write it, so I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did somebody say something?
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, no. So what I'm saying is, I didn't write it, so I want to stay true to
Do it
my
again.
doctrine that if I'm not the author, well, that's not. I didn't write that either. Another cat wrote that if you're not the author, you can't stand on it, and I'm a fool. I study that. I think that that's a real solid concept, and so I didn't write the Kybalion, but I studied the Kybalion, and the Kybalion's never gone wrong. So it's something that if you just want some information, you can pick it up. I'm not telling you to live your life by it. I'm not telling you to drop your religion for it, but I am telling you might not really need a religion if you need. It's all up to interpretation. You know that. Kenny, give us some closing words on the
Well,
7 hermetic principles or the 7 laws of the universe.
I think you live these 7 laws every day. You can't, like you said, your body is never at rest. Like even when you're sitting there sleeping, your heart is still pumping.
Yep.
Even when you die, your fingernails grow, your hair
Yep.
still grow, your
Yep.
body decays. So
Yep.
there's still motion and
Constant
activity.
motion.
So, well, I mean, it really is. So,
Yeah.
I don't think any of these laws are exactly religion or anything like that. But if you just really paying attention to your everyday, it's just about how you going about your everyday. It's just telling you sometimes you can manifest into your life
Hey.
the positive or the negative. You
Hey.
can
How you look at it. You can
how you
transmute
look at
negative
it,
energy.
be with the people you attract, the rhythm you know. It's days I'm at work and I feel like, hey, if I had a like my radio on and had a certain rhythm, people work out
Yeah.
and you them work out with
Yeah.
their headphones on because they want to establish a certain rhythm
Certain
and get
vibration.
that rhythm and that certain
Listen,
vibration. So,
would we not agree, Kenny, that certain music puts you in a certain mood?
oh, without a doubt, it
Vibration.
definitely.
Oh.
So everybody's is different. Everybody. So it's just telling you to tune into yourself, tune
Wow.
into what you see every day, what's going on in your life every day, and how you can make things move forward or,
For yourself.
unfortunately, backwards.
So Kenny, you good with the 7 laws of the universe. You good.
I don't necessarily have to call them the 7 laws of the universe. It's just
Oh.
things that happen every day. I mean, you can call it the from the Kabbalah. It's things that you're gonna. They're worded different, but they're the same.
Whatever we're calling what we talked about today. Are you good with those principles?
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, okay. That's
If you
what.
live with it, you do it
Listen,
every day.
the Christian church asks people if they want to come down and join the church and get saved. I'm just asking you, are you good? This is the same thing. This is the same thing in Jedi church. Are you?
Well, I don't think it's. I don't think it's in opposite of religion.
It really isn't. Like I said, a
It
lot of
really
those
is.
principles are in the Bible. They're just worded differently.
It's just worded differently. So I don't. It's not a. Are you down with it? Yeah, I'm down with it because I have to live it every day.
Bong bong. Ty Birch, are we being sacrilegious? Are we being ridiculous and sacrilegious? We're just saying that the 7 principles sound like they're also in the Bible, a lot of them, but they're just worded differently. So is a man thinketh, so is he. All his mind is what you see. So is a man thinketh, so is he. That's in the Bible. All his mind is in the Kybalion. You can't tell me those aren't the same things. See, it says that all meaning the universe, God, is mind, is mental. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. You can't tell me that's not the same thing. Or maybe you can. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Ask you shall receive, knock on the door shall open.
Bong. These are things.
So yeah, it's all the same thing. So it's not just depending on how you look at it. And I think it's meant for the person's understanding. You know what I'm saying? If I get revelation from movies and music.
Yeah.
So if I'm teaching, you Jay-Z said, "He is I and I am him."
Mm.
Jesus said, "I and the Father are one."
Mm.
So
Bah,
for
bah.
someone that for youth that don't read the Bible, I just gave you a rap scripture, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all these all the 7 laws that we just studied studied tonight, was a pretty dope lesson. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that you take in is how you it's a vibe. We're using the word vibe nowadays, right? The
Vibration,
rhythm,
law of vibration.
the law of vibration. It's the rhythm that we live. You know what I'm saying? People say I dance to the beat of my own drum because of the way I teach. I might
Mm.
not teach the Bible traditionally. I might use a movie reference. I might use a deja vu reference, or I might use
Sure.
a Beverly Hills Cop reference, or I might use a DMX reference. Look, you know what I'm saying? like, uh, um, it's
Relative
just so
to your
much around
time.
us that we can use relative. So, theory of relativity, all
Relative
of it,
again. Another one of the principles. Yes.
is all glued together. So we did what theology does. What I tell people what theology is just a study of the Bible. It's not some big word where you say, "Oh well, he's a theologian." Nah, if you study this stuff, you're a theologian.
Yeah.
The
Just like
theory
just
of
like
theology is
scientists,
to
just
study
like a scientist, you don't need a white lab coat. Like if you're be a scientist just by doing an experiment in your
yeah,
bedroom, like that's science.
yeah.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, we touched on religion, and religion is something that you do religiously,
Regularly. Thank you. Thank you.
regularly.
It's what you
So
do on a
yeah,
regular basis. That's what your religion
on a
is.
regular basis, yeah. So all that we GP um theology is like GPS. Theology just takes you all around the world. To get from my house to Kamak Street, you go up Devereaux Avenue to the Boulevard, make a left on Hunting Park or something like that. I'm just using those
Yeah.
examples, right?
Yeah.
But GPS will tell you to go down Harveston Avenue, 95, 676, 76. And why are you taking me all around the world to get to where I know I need to get to?
Yeah.
So it just teaches you a different thought, just theology, this
Listen,
study that we did
was
tonight,
crazy
just
you
teach
just
you a
said.
different thought process.
That analogy was crazy that you just said for almost like a whole nother reason. You said you can pay attention to the GPS that will take you all around the world to get to a destination you know exactly how to get to in a shortcut. Like you already know how to get there, but you would allow the GPS. That's a whole show, and I'm not even going to go into it right now, but that's a word. Hassan McCullough. Hassan, that's not true. Let's read the Kybalion rather than the 7 universal principles. McCullough, are you there?
Because they didn't really talk about the law of correspondence, which is as above, so below, as within, as without, meaning whatever happens in the universe.
I think that's the one that has a different wording.
Yeah, that's called the law of relativity.
Yeah.
The law of relativity.
Yeah.
That doesn't talk about whatever happens in the universe happens on Earth, whatever happens up under the ground happens on top of the Earth to the people. So that is the
As
law of
is above,
correspondence.
so is below. Let's definitely get that one in. Yes.
So, but I would. What's the question?
I just wanted to I want you to give us some ending thoughts on the 7 hermetic principles and/or the 7 laws of the universe.
I would say after understanding the book, the law of Trismegistus, the Thaw or whatever it's his name. This is something that you stand by because this under this you by using these principles you can understand how to figure out life. If you have a problem trying to figure out life, you can figure out life based on these things. When it comes to frequency, raising your frequency for you won't live in the lower frequency. You have the good power of thought. What comes up must come down. What else? About everything has a gender. If you know about all these things, then you don't have to worry about having arguments with people when they talk
Wait a
about,
minute, I want to have
I'm a
cat,
cat,
right now.
I'm a dog.
Hold on. Stop the show. I want to have an argument with you right now about gender.
What about
that gender thing said, let's not play games. Hold up, Hassan. Gender said
polarity.
Everything has a male and a female. The law of gender decrees that you have to have a male and female in everything, or you wouldn't have anything. Let me read that line once again. The law of gender decrees that you have to have a male and female in everything, or you wouldn't have anything. Listen, I'm gonna cut to the chase. To make gay people, you have to have straight people. Straight people make gay people. Gay people can't even make straight people. Gay people, by definition, don't make people. Okay, straight people make gay people. So the point is, like, you gotta have straight people to have anything. Like the male and the female makes the whole thing. That's what this law is saying. Am I lying?
No.
You gotta have a man and a female to get any fuckery. So
why? So that means we shouldn't be having arguments over none of this stuff.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Gay people want to be with the same sex, but you don't even get that phenomenon unless you have male and female first. What? You can't get a gay person without straight people first. You got to have a man. Any gay person that is mad at heterosexuality is in denial of their own existence. Huh?
Yep, you're 100%
Any
true.
person that doesn't like heterosexuality is in denial of their own existence. You can't get a human being from a real gay relationship. You have to have a man and a female. The laws of the universe says it. Am I lying, Ty? Ty, you have children, right? Unmute yourself, bro.
Still here?
Unmute yourself. No, you all good. You got children, Ty. How did you have your child with a man?
Absolutely not.
What you mean? What you mean? Your man boyfriend
What you mean, absolutely
and have a baby 9 months later? What you mean?
Well, I didn't make a baby with a man. That's what he just asked me, Hassan.
But the world is saying you can't make a baby with a man.
You said you had to impregnate it. Everything has a male and a female. That's what happened.
Man, listen, this ain't even the Bible.
Me and another female, turn the lights down low, play some Marvin Gaye, boom.
Ty, Hassan, Kenny, this isn't even the Bible. It's saying the law of gender decrees that you have to have a male and female in everything, or you wouldn't have anything. That's as gangster as it gets. Like you can have a bunch of stuff after male and female do their thing, but you don't get nothing before male and female do their thing. Do you hear that, Ty? That's crazy.
Right on mic, I drop it.
Bong bong. Hassan, that is directed at you, Mr. Universal Soul Circus.
It ain't directed at me. I already feel that way. I know about divine masculine and divine feminine. I know that you need all this stuff already.
Okay. You can't get to the divine feminine unless you done had masculine and feminine.
Yeah, I understand how it works. You have to have both. You have to have both energies. You have to resonate with your shadow self, which is both energies.
Okay.
Your shadow self is the female.
Okay.
It's the shadow self. That is the ego self. The shadow self is the female, the feminine energy.
Oh, wait a minute. Because that show's coming. Are you saying that ego is female?
Yes.
Oh my God. So you're saying that when somebody is really pumping their chest, they's a bitch ass nigga.
Hey, you only understand when that's happening. That's exactly what it is. You're not realizing the ego is the female energy.
That actually makes a whole lot of sense. When you see some nigga on the block, rah, yeah, I'm this, I'm that. Yeah. And Kenny, you done seen a bunch of cats that did all that and got golfed and was out in the first round. Okay. All right. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your time once again. Listen, we are just some fellas living our lives, trying to have some answers. We come from similar parts of the world, but we have different ideas, yet we are still brothers in God. Ain't that funny? You see, I love my brother Ty. I love my brother Kenny. And, I'm okay with Hassan. You know what I'm saying? Hassan is cool.
Somebody bent my key right now, man. I got to get a new key.
Your car key?
My house key, another house key.
Okay.
I just did that to change the subject because you're talking shit.
Oh yeah, I'm in my ego. I'm in my female.
Yeah, that's the thing. You understand.
We shall get to the ego show real soon, rather. But in the meantime, in between time, we wish you all a great week, and we shall see you again on another spirited installation of Opinionation for Kenny Mickens, the pious man Ty Birch, and that's not true himself. I'm Dominique Superstar. We will see you next week. Peace.